Have you ever hated someone all your life just because of what others had told you about them? You never really fully understood why you hated them, but somehow you managed to believe what they said. The girl from our story had also experienced the same thing. She would have resented him for the rest of her life if not for that one thing that completely changed everything. Welcome! If it's your first time watching, be sure to subscribe to see amazing videos on our channel. Also, please do like the video if you enjoy our story for today. When Diana was very young, she lived with her parents together in Hawaii. Her father was a photographer and owned a studio in the middle of the city. Unfortunately, her parents had filed a divorce, causing her to live with her mom somewhere else. Diana was sad because her parents got separated, which explained why her father visited frequently. He would travel for several hours just to come visit his little girl. Every night he would call her just to say goodnight. He celebrated with them during her birthdays, often showered Diana with presents, and last but not the least, helped them financially. Because of her father's efforts, Diana always felt his love for her. Eventually, as time passed and Diana grew even older, she started accepting and getting used to her parents' divorce. But no matter how happy they were, fate was too playful. Unexpectedly, her father stopped coming over. Right after that event, she had never heard news about him ever again. All of a sudden, he just disappeared. Diana never even received a call from him, and worse, he stopped supporting her and her mother. Diana often wondered why he left them out of the blue. She questioned herself if she had done or said anything wrong. What could have possibly been the reason for him leaving so suddenly, she thought to herself. Since her mom couldn't support the both of them fully, they started to struggle. They would constantly move from one place to another because they weren't able to pay their landlords on time. Whenever they had no other place to go to, they would sleep with their friends or relatives. Sure enough, Diana always heard people talk badly about her father. They said that her father never wanted to see them again. He had already left them because he grew tired of supporting them, and that maybe he ran away with a younger woman and chose to never come back. Each time Diana heard those cruel words, she silently cried all to herself. But still, she had little faith for her father. She patiently waited for him on her birthdays, but still no call came. Even if what they said were true, she could not understand why he never called. All the memories they spent together seemed like a dream, and perhaps the only thing she got from him was the love for photography. During those times, her father usually brought her to his big studio, and that's how she started getting into photography. When Diana got older, she too became a photographer, and in 2003, she decided to work on a big project. The aim of her project was to take pictures of random homeless people in different cities, and by showcasing the photographs to the general public, she hopes that it would help them realize that the people living on the streets are just as human as they are, and that they too need help. She went to as many different cities as she could just to take photos. Thankfully, many of her works were published through different media. She also opened her own studio after some time and started earning her income this way. Soon enough, she barely had time to even remember her father because of how busy she was. Though whenever she did, she would only remember him as a cruel liar. But all of these soon changed when she discovered something in 2013. While she was looking through the photographs she took 10 years ago, she noticed someone among them. And in order to confirm her suspicions, she showed it to her mother. After carefully examining the photos, they both reached a conclusion that the man they identified from the photo was none other than her father, whom she had not seen in many years. The two of them could not believe what they had just discovered. All these years, she and her father could have already met if only she had noticed him before. When their relatives heard of this, they cursed him, saying he deserved what happened to him. Diana resented her father for so long, but when she saw him in the photo, her heart fell and was completely filled with sympathy towards him. Immediately, she decided to help him. After some preparation, Diana flew to Honolulu to go find her father. There, she looked for him every day, visiting different places and coming back again in case her father might be in one of them. Of course, she had little faith in finding him, but she still pushed on. 10 years was already too long that anything could have happened to him. She wondered if he moved to another place or if he was still alive. But even if she tortured herself with such thoughts, she still continued searching for him. After several weeks of looking for him, she finally found him. While roaming the streets, she saw him from a distance. It's been so long since she last saw her father, but there he was, sitting by himself near a garbage bin near a bush. She was so happy that while she was walking towards him, her mind was filled with what she would tell him, how she would introduce herself, and how he would defend himself. But as she started talking to him, she noticed something strange about him. He was not able to recognize her at all and talked to her as if there was another person there, even if they were the only ones there. Diana told us that her father had schizophrenia, a mental condition that causes one's memory loss and hallucinations. Knowing her father's condition, Diana made a decision to never leave her father alone. She visited him every day, ate with him, and talked to him often. Of course, her father had no memory of her. That's why whenever she offered him help, he would decline. But still, Diana continued being with him. One day, her father suddenly had a heart attack. Without hesitation, Diana brought him to the hospital, and there she constantly took care of him. When he recovered, she took him home from the hospital. Diana bonded with her father even more. She also introduced photography to him again because she believed that her father might be able to remember her through their shared passion. She talked to him often and even showed him their photos from when she was younger. She also gave him her old camera for him to use, and thankfully her efforts were not wasted. Eventually, her father started remembering fragments of his life before. Diana told us that her father was getting well from time to time. They usually spend most of their time taking photos because her father's interest for photography slowly started coming back. She also mentioned that all of the hatred she had for her father was completely gone and that she forgave him for everything because she wanted to start a new life with him. And here ends our story for today. Diana despised her father for so many years because of what others told her, not knowing that her father was already living in the streets. But after she discovers the truth, her love for him came back, and this love was the reason her father was able to recover. If not for her love, she would have lived her life resenting her father. If you are hating someone right now and never fully understood why you do, try figuring them out. Try getting to know the person more. You'll never know the truth behind the person you despise if you do not know all the facts. What if you actually get along with them? Be sure to like this video and tell us in the comment section below your thoughts about Diana. Have you gone through a similar situation? Don't allow hate to get the worst out of you. Once again, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell icon to be able to see our latest videos. With that being said, have a good day!